I used to know that maybe politicians are the ones who talk too much. But I've seen it's now a food for thought for you to compare that who is more a politician or a professor. Anyway, I want also to think that this thing has come as a donation. One, two, the people who are bringing expertise, they are saying they are volunteering to assist the nation at large through the means of health. So I think we should applaud that by giving ample huge contact. Because without this, I think our problem and our problems as a nation were not going to come to an end without this innovative idea. And I'm very grateful to say now, Professor, I think from today you have to change. By the time we were growing up, we were told that the sky is the limit. But we have seen that if you die, I don't know, to go to the sky or you be with us. But my new thinking is now, behavior is the limit. Because the moment you take the route of taking drugs, automatically you have changed your direction. I'm happy, Babanyat. I think I was, maybe I don't know, when I started watching you on television then, if you were to say the sky is the limit without monitoring your behavior, I don't think we'll be together today. So definitely thank you, God, for taking you from that behavior, which made some of your colleagues who were there then, who are not with us today because of different behaviors. So it means that behavior is something which we need to more take seriously on. Then, yes, drugs, but we've got another drug which I've seen here, which we need, I don't know, Professor, you have to come also on board, Mr. Gilisteda, Mr. Butis, is it Butis? Yes. This is a TikTok drug. Those watch TikTok, but of course, I don't know, it's even myself sometime to home when I'm alone, I just try to, then I come across with their, I don't know what they call it. So, on my, after I speak, I think you've got something to say here. What you do, what we see on there. So that it makes, because if people see people like you doing what you do on TikTok, especially talking something on drugs and substance abuse, automatically you've got your followers. I've seen it. Some people, your colleagues in that industry, as it's been said, you said that they have got followers. I think, Professor, we need to rope in them also. You can say thank you. We have to rope in them so that how they attract their followers, they should also give education in terms of drugs so that we reduce this pandemic. I'm happy, I just wanted to say, Mr. Albert, you said you no longer take it, then I said I wanted to remind you, then someone that said no, it's another, it's talk of another day. Thank you for gracing us. Let me acknowledge the Acting Secretary for Health and Child Care, Dr. M.M. Hove, then Mr. Mike Masaka, Director Police Planning, Home Affairs and Culture Heritage, representing the Home Affairs, Culture Heritage, the Ambassador, Ara Faranison, Chief Director Public Health, Dr. W. Nyamero, Director Government Analyst Laboratory, Ms. L. Masiambiri, Professor Hilda Macharida, Principal Investigator, ASDM, and Mr. Victor Nyamande, Chairman of Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, Mr. Svanda, and Mr. M. Munodawa, former Secretary for Transport and Infrastructure Development, who represented here by Dr. Kanyoa. Directors here present, CID Drugs, Narcotics, Mr. Chari, Minister of Health and Health Staff, media, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say good afternoon to you all. It is a privilege to stand before you today to receive this invaluable donation of drug testing equipment from the Abuse Substance and Diagnostics Management ASDM project. On behalf of the Minister of Health and Child Care and the people of Zimbabwe, I extend our heartfelt thanks to our generous donors for this critical support. Substance abuse is a growing challenge that threatens not only the health of individuals but also the very fabric of our communities. This issue has particularly devastating consequences for our youth at first, but now it cuts across all age groups who are productive and the future of this nation. We cannot afford to ignore this crisis, nor can we face it alone. The equipment we are receiving today will play a pivotal role in enhancing our capacity to address this problem with the urgency and precision it requires. This donation will significantly strengthen our ongoing efforts to detect and monitor drug use, which is essential for both prevention and treatment. Accurate and timely testing enables us to intervene early, guide rehabilitation efforts, and provide the necessary care to those affected. It will also empower our law enforcement and the health professionals to more effectively identify harmful substances circulating in our communities in an evidence-based manner. Moreover, this equipment will support the efforts of His Excellency President Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa and the National Committee on Drug and Substance Abuse, being chaired by the Honorable Minister of Defense, Comrade OCZ Muchinguri Kashiri. Substance abuse is a national which will give also the direction of policy in the ministry. Historically, our ability to combat substance abuse has been constrained by limited resources and outdated equipment. Today marks a turning point. With this advanced technology, the government analysts laboratory will be better equipped to detect and combat substance abuse, helping to protect our young people and other vulnerable groups from the devastating effects of drug addiction. As we all are now aware that when the professor was articulating that this equipment we are receiving today, it starts from as little as home, a household system. That our parents, guardians, and everyone will be mandated and look into and give this education and test at the household level. Then we move on from household level, as she said, and then we move on what we call spot checks. I believe spot checks, this now it becomes to the Ministry of Home Affairs. This is the police. Now, I urge all police or all law enforcing agents maybe to make sure that it is going to be a mandatory for the people, especially on roads and everywhere, to be tested. If the law enforcing agents suspect that this may be the behavior which is being resembled or shown by this citizen is maybe caused by drugs or one thing, they should be given a mandate to do these spot checks. And I believe this is going also to start, as per our discussion, and the policy should be coming. In the government sector, it will be mandatory before you enter your office or the gate of the premises where you work should be tested. I thought here I was going to hear from the CID and the Home Affairs that there are two people who are picked here now around us that who have taken drugs, but it's unfortunate it was not going to be prudent because all of our people maybe were not going to attend this occasion, but definitely we want to enforce on that one because some people they behave as if normal, but yet as we heard our president sometimes say, so anyway, but I believe so Professor, we thank you for coming with this. As policymakers, we make sure this we are going to craft a mandatory policy that each and every civil servant must be tested wherever he or she is, must be tested before executing government duties, so that we know that there is efficiency in everything, the accuracy and time, turnaround time for the service of our people. Because when somebody is under influence of drugs, he or she thinks she's within the time, normal time range, but yet it's over. And the patient will be like, especially on us or on our influence, let's say on our people whom we serve, they will just look at you because you have come to seek assistance from them, but then you will be under influence of drugs. You tend to take your time, you tend to do some behaviors which are not socially accepted. So I believe this has come at a rightful time, that spot checks. And at the district level and the provincial level, we confirm what has been done on spot checks so that There are some people I know, people in the Home Affairs, especially the police officers, they face challenges with our citizens to say, can you show me where is the police or the SI which shows that you have to test me without my consent? So when is this done? We definitely know that it's going to make sure it's as a mandatory. And we want to make sure that when permanent secretary, when we want to launch this, we need to invite maybe even the president to come and launch, so that when our officers are executing their duties, they will know that this was launched by the president, that in Zimbabwe, people are now, it's now a mandatory to be tested at any given point. If you are suspected to be, you are just tested. If you are not drunk, it's not a case. If you are drunk, that's when the problem starts. We need to know, where did you get, how old did you drink, and so forth, so that we reduce the burden of the country. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the critical role of our partners, SDM, who continue to stand with us in this fight. Your support is a testament to the power of collaboration and shared commitment in addressing one of the most pressing public health challenges of our time. Together we can curb the tide of substance abuse, provide treatment to those in need, and prevent further harm to our people. The Ministry of Health pledges to ensure that this equipment is deployed and utilized to its fullest potential, with a strong emphasis on transparency, accountability, and effectiveness. Together, we will continue to strengthen our national response to substance abuse, building a healthier, drug-free future for all Zimbabweans. To the dedicated professionals and technicians who will be utilizing this equipment, I commend you for your unwavering commitment to this cause. Your expertise and compassion will be the driving force behind this new chapter in our fight against drug abuse. With these new tools, you will be able to deliver even more impactful interventions that save lives and restore hope to families. The testing program will begin with the targeted sector testing, after which it will be expanded to other sectors. In an effort to curb road carnages resulting from drug and substance abuse, we propose opening testing to the transport sector. I think this was said earlier on, and it's being re-emphasized because of some of our people, especially the Shika. That's now is a burden, especially in Harare. You tend not to go home on time when we call a peak hour, because you don't know where you are going. My first time when I came to Harare, I was confused. Was I still going, or I'm now coming back, because of these opposite direction cars? So I think transport sector, please look into that. Surely I was shocked, cities, when I was on my way home, to see 5 cars facing me, then 5 cars facing the same direction I'm going. So I was not confused. Then I had to pull out, and it was difficult for me. I was on the middle. I had to say, where am I going now? So that one, we need to definitely look into that. This crisis in Harare, and some of these, what we call minor accidents, they are caused by these people, especially on peak hours. Yes, Professor said Borodio, come this second extension after Belgravia intersection, I tell you, Professor, it's a challenge. Okay, thank you. Yes, we tend to divert from these speeches, and then we talk reality. Testing will initially be offered free of charge for a limited period, after which a normal fee will be required to cover expenses. The testing will be available to public transport drivers, public service drivers, government school drivers, haulage truck drivers, among others. We are saying all of Zimbabweans need to be tested. Even myself here, I can be spot checked and tested, because being drunk doesn't discriminate, or drugs doesn't discriminate who takes drugs. You see, big people are the ones who are now taking drugs. So when it's the police and the SI, it encompasses everyone. In closing, I want to reiterate our commitment to using this equipment effectively, efficiently, and transparently. The Ministry of Health will ensure that it is deployed where it is most needed, playing a vital role in our ongoing efforts to improve the quality and the safety of medicines across Zimbabwe. Once again, we extend our heartfelt thanks to our generous donors For this invaluable contribution together, we are building a healthier Zimbabwe together and for all.
Thank you.